Hey everybody! So today I wanted to tell you a little bit about one of the principles of CBT. Now that's cognitive behaviour therapy. It covers a lot and I will definitely come back to this topic again in the future. But today I want to talk about a specific principle, which is the link between a situation happening and a behaviour that you might not be entirely happy with and you might want to change. So what it tells us is that a situation will happen. So it could be anything. You see something, you hear something, someone says something to you. And this will trigger your thoughts. So you will start to analyse and start to process that situation in your head. That then is linked to your emotions. That will trigger your emotions. And then you will start to figure out how you feel about it. Or you will instantly just start to feel something. And your behaviour then can come out of that. If you don't apply this, if you don't create a space where you have time to take a deep breath and think about it, we tend to just react from the emotions. So if you're the sort of person who gets all fired up and reacts, it's because this is what's happening. A situation happened, you thought about it, it made you angry or sad or upset or whatever, and your behaviour was you reacted. What I found when this was taught to me was happening was that there was a pattern. There was a link between a situation happening and me being in the behaviour that I want to change. So I'm going to give you an example. Say, for example, I went out one morning and I got into my car. Regular day, I was feeling fine. And a song came on the radio. This song might have been a song that reminds me of someone I miss or that I heard at someone's funeral. And my thought process would be, I really miss them. Haven't seen them in so long and I wish they were here. And that would then trigger my emotions and I start to feel sad and I start to feel down, start to feel upset. And my behaviour might be that I start to cry. That's the physiological side of it, and I'll get into that in another video. So I might start to cry. My behaviour would be then that I might have to pull the car in. I might not be able to drive with all of this emotion going on. So I might have to pull in and calm down before I get on with my day. Or what might happen is that I might actually decide, I am just feeling so down and I just don't feel up for this day anymore. And I might turn the car around, come home and get into bed and cry for the rest of the day because I just feel so down. And that's an example of how something so unexpected and small as hearing a song on the radio can completely derail your day and leave you feeling down and isolated again. Because you're choosing to behave the way you always did, and you'll go home and go to bed and isolate yourself. That's one example. Another example might be that you come in and there's a pair of shoes in the middle of the floor and you've told your kids 1,000,000 times, this is not where the shoes go. The shoes go over there. So your thought process is, I can't believe them shoes are back there again. How many times am I going to have to tell them kids that that's not where the shoes go? They're dating. And so the emotions start to come to you, start to feel angry. And your thoughts are going, do they think I've nothing else to be bleeding doing all day? Blah, blah, blah. And your reaction or your behaviour is you start to shout at the kids, get down here now, pick them bleeding shoes up and put them where they're supposed to go. And you realise, actually, do you know what? My reaction was bigger than what the situation here, because they left the runners in the middle of the floor. It's not that big, but my reaction was huge. I was so angry. But when you start to see that a situation happens, it triggers your thoughts, it triggers your emotions, and that in turn can determine your behaviour. When you see that there's a pattern there, you realise that there's a space. You can create a space where you step back, you spot it, you step back, you take a deep breath, and you decide and think about how you want to respond. So how it started for me was that I would find myself in the behaviour. I would find myself in bed feeling down and feeling sad. I would find myself having that glass of wine. I would find myself screaming at the kids. And I would go, whoa, Jesus, here I am again doing this behaviour that I don't want to be doing. What happened? And I started to piece back, okay, I'm in bed because I was feeling sad, or I'm shouting because I was feeling angry. Well, why was I feeling angry? Oh, I was feeling angry because I was thinking about this person, or I was thinking about this situation. Oh yeah, that song came on the radio. That had me thinking this. And I was realising, there's a pattern here. After catching myself in the behaviour a couple of times and piecing back, I decided to myself, you know what, enough is enough. The next time I'm not going to behave like this. I'm going to try and catch it in the emotion. So what was the emotion? Anger. Next time I'm going to catch it at anger. And lo and behold, after a few times of trying to practice it, I would come in, I'd find the shoes on the floor, my thought would start going, and I'd find myself getting angry, and I'd go, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm getting angry here. What did I say I was going to do? Okay, this is a trigger. This could actually lead me to doing something that I don't want to do. What did I want to do? Okay, take a deep breath. In taking that deep breath and stopping, I have now created a space where I get to choose a new behaviour. So do I want to shout at kids? No. So what are you going to do instead? What's a healthier way of dealing with this situation? Okay, I'm going to call the kids and get them to come down and move their runners. And hopefully if I remind them enough times, they might start to get it. And you know what? Me moving the runners and putting them back and shouting all this time wasn't really helping. The kids weren't learning nothing. Only that I was going to continue to do it for them. After I caught it in the... and it felt great, by the way, not shouting and being able to go, excuse me, come down. Why are those shoes there? Oh yeah, sorry, ma. And they... So simple. I was like, how come something so simple and easy just goes unnoticed for so long? And then what I found was happening was that, when I start to think about this, when that happens and I start to think about it, that's how I end up getting angry. So I'm going to catch it in the thoughts the next time. And the next time would come around and I'd find the shoes and I'd start thinking, there's that fucker. And I go, oh, mama. Now you're thinking about it. What are you going to do here? And I created the space even earlier. By constantly putting that into practice, what was happening was the situation was where I caught it. So I'd come in and I'd find the shoes and I'd go, okay, how are you going to deal with this? How do you want to respond? Or a song would come on the radio and I'd start to feel sad and I'd go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Or now what happens is that the song will come on and I take a deep breath. Okay, this is a trigger for me. How would I like to respond to this? Okay, I go, mwah. I love you, I miss you, I send you a lot of love. And I'm now going to choose to put a happier song on and not allow this to dictate my day. So the message for today was, there is a link. There is a situation that will happen for all of us. Situations happen. It triggers your thoughts, that triggers your emotions, and that will trigger your reaction if you don't allow yourself a space to take a deep breath, calm down, and choose a new behaviour or choose how you would like to respond. Being aware of it is the start. So next time you catch yourself in a behaviour that you want to change, think about the link. What was the emotions you felt that led you to that behaviour? What was the thought process that led you to that emotion? And what happened that got you thinking about that in the first place? Okay? So yeah, I hope that was useful to you. And yeah, have a good day. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye.